What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Superpower Review. I'm Kevin Videnia. I'm super excited for today's video because today I'm going to be doing a review on the Carnage PVC statue made by Diamond Select Toys. But before we get into the statue, let's take a look at the box. Alright guys, so as you can tell, this box is not much different than all the other gallery boxes, the Marvel gallery boxes. We got a huge Carnage logo on the bottom here in yellow. We have the Marvel logo up top here in this right corner, and we have the gallery logo at the top left corner here. As you can see, I also have kept the price tag on here, so this statue costs roughly around $45 to $50. And then on the front also, we get this nice big giant window so you can take a look at the statue as well. So on the sides, we pretty much get the same thing as the front. You know, we got logos, we got windows. Same thing on the right side here, so you can, you know, look at the side view of your statue here. And on the back, you get a really cool shot of the statue. Looks really, really nice. And then again, you get more logos. And then also over here, you get a brief description about Carnage. So now that we got the box out of the way, let's open this bad boy up so we can get up in detail and take a look at this guy. He looks really good, and it looks like a lot of people seem to like him a lot too. While I'm opening this too, I want to give a shout out to my wife, who surprised me with this statue. Came home from work from doing a previous episode of Superpower Review, and she surprised me with the statue. All right, so we can take this box out of here, and he's nice wrapped with plastic, and there he is. He looks nice. He looks super nice. All right, guys, so let's start off with measurements. This measures about 9 inches tall, so I'm guessing from the ground up, if we go from the axe, and yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's exactly 9 inches. The base here is about 3 inches. So not too much base, which I like. I like to see less base and more character, which is cool. So now we can get this out of the way. So looking at him really quick, so obviously, as we can see, the base is a rock. He's standing on the rock, and the rock is hollow, which is not a big deal because, you know, you don't need to see the bottom of the rock, obviously. And it's PVC, and it's a lighter material. So seeing a hollow base is really not that bad. If we look at his hand here, he's kind of gripping onto the rock here. Really cool sculpt on that hand. Nice sharp claws, as Carnage should. And I gotta say, guys, the sculpt on this thing looks really, really cool. If I turn him, see all these nice little ridges he has in the sculpt on his body. It really looks like a muscle structure or muscle fibers, which looks really, really nice. Really good paint applications on this statue too. I really don't see many paint runs, so this thing is painted really, really nice, very clean. I like that. So you really can't go wrong with how much you pay for a certain statue like this, and you know, get the quality that you're getting with it as well. Here also we got some tendrils here, and this is the nice thing about PVC too, is that if this was a hard material like porcelain or hard pressed resin, this would be a very easy piece to break. And with it being PVC, you can move it around and nothing is really gonna break that unless you're really using hard force. So I like the tendrils on him. I kind of don't like this one on the back of his head here. This one kind of looks a little bit goofy, especially the way how I'm looking at it here. Kind of reminds me of like Deadpool's like little sock spot here. And plus there is a pretty hard seam where that tendril meets the head as well. But it's not that big deal. If you're looking at it from the front view, it doesn't look too bad. But if you're really looking up close at it, it's really not that bad. You really have to look straight at it to kind of like let it bother you. Really cool about this statue, and we don't get many Carnage statues like this featuring the axe hand. I'm really happy that they put the axe hand on this Carnage statue, because that gets featured in the comic books a lot. And as you can see, if we can get really close on this axe here, you can continue to see the great sculpt of the statue and see the little edges and creases. So it's not like one straight clean piece. There is a cool sculpt to it. So with that axe piece being said too, you know, I'm surprised that Diamond Select Toys has not made PVC statues like this with detachable pieces or different pieces that come with the statue. Like, it would really be cool if I could take this axe hand off and, you know, put like a regular hand, or it would be also cool if we could take this head off and put like a head of Cletus Cassidy with, you know, the Carnage symbiote like flowing over his head. That would be cool. I think that's going to be coming soon. I really do, because Diamond Select Toys have been stepping up their game with their PVC statues. So like, you know, different magnetized pieces like you see on Sideshow statues and Iron Studio statues and such. So really, really cool. So looking at it so far too, I don't see many seams on this statue. The only one that I see so far is that tendril behind the head, and I see a pretty hard seam around the head and neck area and the jaw area. That's pretty much the only seam I've seen so far. Other than that, this thing is pretty flawless. So far all I really have to say right now is that this that Diamond Select Toys depicted Carnage really well in this statue. With that pose, with him being on the rock with his axe hand, he looks like he's ready to he looks like he's ready to lunge at someone and slice somebody in half with that axe hand. It really depicts him really well. I really love the red tones on Carnage, and he's not just red. He has a brighter red tone and a darker red tone to him as well, which is really cool. So if I just keep turning him around, that looks really nice. I really need to invest in a turntable by now, but I haven't yet. So really cool statue. All right, so now I want to talk about the head sculpt. It really looks really nice. He's got some black sharp teeth here, and then I really liked what they did with the eyes, because the eyes aren't just straight white like you would see him in the comics. They do have a gray, blackish, sort of like a airbrush tone to them on the edges of the eyes. So I like that they did that they didn't just do straight white. But he looks really good, guys. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Carnage and I'm going to compare him to other Diamond Select Toys Marvel Gallery statues. Alright, so as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of these Marvel Gallery statues made by Diamond Select Toys. So I just kind of wanted to put Carnage next to the other two that I have so you can kind of compare them. So as you can see here, I have Venom here, we have the Carnage, which we're reviewing, and the Wolverine. If you're not familiar with the channel, I have done statue reviews on these two guys, and if you have some extra time, check them out. So I want to compare first Carnage with Venom. These two look great next to each other, obviously because symbiotes. So definitely these are going to be displayed right next to each other on the shelf. And I really like the size comparison of them as well. It looks like that Carnage maybe in perspective looks like he would be up front more and Venom would be in the back. If I were to display them, that's how I maybe would do it. Now, displaying him next to Wolverine, it looks like maybe, hopefully, Marvel Gallery Diamond Select Toys are listening to me, when I did a review on Wolverine here, one of my biggest complaints is that the base was too big and the character was too small, and I'm glad that I'm glad they took my advice on doing that with Carnage. We got less base and more character. If they had done this with Wolverine, Wolverine would have looked really nice. But other than that, I just wanted to show a comparison with these guys, and they look really nice together. All right, guys, so let's get to the review now. So if I had to give Carnage a review using the CGC grades, I have to give him a 9.8. He is probably one of my favorite statues out of the whole entire line that Marvel Gallery Diamond Select Toys have come out with. I really like how they depicted this character. He looks really, really good, and they did him perfectly. He's got that nice pose, crouching pose. They depicted the energy of the character very well. He looks like he's about to pounce off this rock and slice you with that axe hand. You know, it shows that high energy, murderous character of Carnage. It really does that really, really well. It's sculpted well, it's painted well. He's got a perfect gloss to him where the symbiote actually looks wet on him, which looks really, really cool. They did a fantastic job, and I have zero complaints on this statue, which is why I am giving it a 9.8 CGC grade today. So guys, that's going to do it for today's review. I really hope you enjoyed this review and you thought that this review was helpful. If you like anything that I had to say in this video, be sure to hit that like button, and be sure to also click that subscribe button for future episodes. That's going to do it for today's review. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.